It all started on an unusually warm Friday afternoon. The sky was a brilliant shade of blue, and the campus was bustling with students eager to kickstart their weekend plans. I had just finished my last lecture of the day and was looking forward to a quiet evening of relaxation. Little did I know, my life was about to take a completely unexpected turn. My name is Alex, a typical college sophomore. Life was generally uneventful, studying, attending lectures, hanging out with friends, and the occasional party. My roommate, Emily, was a year ahead of me and was the exact opposite. She was outgoing, adventurous, and had a flair for the dramatic. Our friendship was an odd one, but it worked. On that fateful day, I returned to our dorm room only to discover that I had run out of clean clothes. My laundry pile had grown exponentially over the past week, and I had neglected to do anything about it. Panic set in as I rummaged through my drawers and closet, finding nothing suitable to wear. My only option was to wash my clothes, but that would take hours, and I had plans to meet friends later that evening. Emily walked in just as I was contemplating my dilemma. She immediately sensed my distress and, after a brief explanation, she burst into laughter. "Oh, Alex, you really need to stay on top of your laundry," she teased, shaking her head. "But don't worry, I have an idea." Her eyes sparkled mischievously, and I couldn't help but feel a bit apprehensive about whatever she was planning. Before I could protest, she grabbed my hand and led me to her side of the room. Emily's wardrobe was a kaleidoscope of colors and styles, dresses, skirts, blouses, and accessories galore. She had a knack for fashion and loved experimenting with different looks. "What are you doing?" I asked, a mix of curiosity and nervousness in my voice. "Simple," she replied with a grin. "I'm going to turn you into a girl for the evening. You can borrow some of my clothes, and we'll make it work. It'll be fun." I blinked in surprise, unable to form a coherent response. The idea was absurd, but Emily's enthusiasm was infectious. I had nothing else to wear, and the thought of canceling my plans was even less appealing. Reluctantly, I nodded. "All right, but just for tonight," I said, trying to sound more confident than I felt. Emily clapped her hands in delight and immediately got to work. She picked out a simple yet stylish outfit, a soft, pastel-colored dress with a floral pattern paired with a matching cardigan. She then rummaged through her accessories, selecting a few pieces that complemented the ensemble. I watched in stunned silence as she laid everything out on her bed. "First things first," she said, pulling out a set of undergarments. "You need to start with the basics." My cheeks flushed with embarrassment, but Emily's unwavering determination left me no choice. I awkwardly put on the bra and panties, feeling a strange mixture of discomfort and curiosity. Emily adjusted the bra straps and then handed me a pair of sheer tights. Once I was dressed in the undergarments, Emily handed me the dress. The fabric was soft against my skin, and as I slipped it on, I marveled at how different it felt from my usual attire. Emily zipped up the back and stepped back to admire her handiwork. "Not bad," she said with a nod. "But we're not done yet." Next came the makeup. Emily sat me down at her vanity and began applying foundation, eyeshadow, mascara, and lipstick with practiced precision. I was amazed at how quickly she transformed my face. The reflection staring back at me in the mirror was almost unrecognizable. "There. Now you look like a proper lady," Emily said with a satisfied smile. "But we still need to do something about your hair." My hair was short and tousled, hardly suitable for the look we were going for. Emily pulled out a long, brunette wig from her collection and carefully fitted it onto my head. She adjusted it until it looked natural, then styled it into loose waves. "Perfect," she exclaimed. "You look amazing, Alex." I stood up and looked at myself in the full-length mirror. The person staring back at me was a far cry from the Alex I knew. I felt a strange sense of empowerment and vulnerability all at once. Emily's excitement was contagious, and I found myself smiling despite my initial reservations. "Okay, now for the final touch," Emily said, handing me a pair of heels. "You'll need these to complete the look." I had never worn heels before, and walking in them proved to be a challenge. After a few wobbly steps, Emily helped me find my balance. With a bit of practice, I managed to walk without stumbling too much. "All right, you're ready," Emily declared. Let's go show the world your new look." We left the dorm room and headed towards the campus cafe, where I was supposed to meet my friends. As we walked, I felt a mix of nervousness and excitement. People stared, but no one seemed to recognize me. Emily chatted animatedly, her confidence bolstering my own. When we arrived at the cafe, my friends were already there. Their reactions ranged from shocked to amused. "Alex, is that you?" My friend Jake asked, his eyes wide with surprise. "Yep, it's me," I replied, trying to sound nonchalant. I ran out of clean clothes, and Emily came up with this idea. Laughter erupted from the group, and soon enough, everyone was complimenting my new look. The initial awkwardness faded as the evening went on. I found myself enjoying the attention and the novelty of the situation. It was liberating in a way I hadn't expected. As the night progressed, I became more comfortable in my temporary new identity. The conversations flowed naturally, and I even managed to forget about the heels that were pinching my feet. Emily's idea, crazy as it had seemed at first, turned out to be a memorable adventure. When we finally returned to the dorm, I felt a sense of accomplishment. I had stepped out of my comfort zone and embraced a completely different side of myself. Emily helped me remove the wig and makeup, and I changed back into my own clothes, feeling a strange mix of relief and nostalgia. "Thanks for today, Emily," I said, giving her a hug. "It was different but fun." "You're welcome, Alex," she replied with a grin. "I knew you'd enjoy it. Sometimes, it's good to try something new and see things from a different perspective." As I lay in bed that night, I couldn't help but reflect on the experience. What had started as a simple wardrobe crisis had turned into a transformative journey. I realized that there was more to me than I had ever imagined, and that sometimes it took a little push from a friend to discover new facets of oneself. The following weeks were interesting, to say the least. Word of my transformation spread across campus, and I found myself the subject of curious glances and whispered conversations. Surprisingly, most of the reactions were positive. People were intrigued and impressed by my willingness to step out of my comfort zone. Emily, ever the instigator, suggested we make it a regular thing, an occasional experiment in gender expression. At first, I was hesitant. The initial experience had been fun, but I wasn't sure if I was ready to embrace this new identity on a more frequent basis. However, the more I thought about it, the more I realized that I enjoyed the freedom and creativity it offered. One evening, as we were sitting in our dorm room, Emily brought up the idea again. "Alex, you really pulled off that look," she said thoughtfully. "I think you should consider exploring it more. It's not just about wearing different clothes. It's about understanding and expressing different parts of who you are." Her words resonated with me. Emily had a way of seeing things from a broader perspective, and she often pushed me to think beyond my usual boundaries. After a moment of contemplation, I nodded. "All right, Emily," I said with a smile. "Let's give it another shot. What this time? Let's do it on my terms." Over the next few months, Emily and I embarked on a journey of exploration and self-discovery. We experimented with different styles, makeup techniques, and even personas. I learned how to walk more confidently in heels, how to style wigs, and how to apply makeup with a steady hand. Each experience brought new insights and a deeper understanding of myself. Through it all, Emily was my guide and confidant. She encouraged me to embrace both my masculine and feminine sides, to see them as complementary rather than conflicting. Her unwavering support and enthusiasm helped me navigate this uncharted territory with a sense of curiosity and excitement. One day, as we were preparing for another transformation session, Emily turned to me with a thoughtful expression. "Alex, have you ever considered that this might be more than just a fun experiment?" she asked. "Maybe it's a part of who you are, something that you've never fully acknowledged." Her question caught me off guard. I had always seen this as a temporary adventure, a way to step out of my comfort zone and have some fun. But Emily's words made me pause and reflect. Had I been suppressing a deeper part of my identity all along? Over the next few weeks, I delved into my thoughts and feelings, exploring the possibility that there was more to my gender identity than I had previously understood. It was a challenging and sometimes confusing process, but with Emily's support, I began to uncover new layers of myself. One evening, as we were sitting together, I finally voiced my thoughts. "Emily, I've been thinking a lot about what you said." I began, my voice tinged with uncertainty. "I think you might be right. This isn't just a fun experiment for me. It's something more, something that feels more authentic." Emily smiled warmly and took my hand. "I'm glad you're starting to see that, Alex. Whatever this means for you, just know that I'm here to support you every step of the way." With Emily's encouragement, I decided to embrace my evolving identity. I began to explore the possibility of identifying as non-binary or gender fluid, finding a sense of peace and authenticity in acknowledging the complexities of my gender. It was a journey of self-discovery that was both challenging and liberating. As time went on, I found a new sense of confidence and acceptance in who I was. The initial transformation that had started as a simple solution to a wardrobe crisis had blossomed into a profound journey of self-understanding and growth. Emily's idea had opened a door to a new world, one where I could explore and express all facets of my identity. Looking back, I realized that sometimes the most unexpected experiences could lead to the most profound discoveries. What had started as a desperate attempt to find something to where had turned into a transformative journey that changed my life forever. And for that, I would always be grateful to Emily, my adventurous and supportive roommate, who had turned me into a girl for a day and helped me discover a new, authentic version of myself. Thank you so much for watching till now. It means the world to have you here. This community is all about empowering each other and celebrating the incredible journeys of everyone on their path to living authentically. If you're ever feeling lost or alone, remember you have a whole family here for you. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and let's keep inspiring each other, sending you all the love and strength in the world. Until next time, live your life by your rules.